Welcome to KTEC Information Systems. Our product is Legal Matterpoint, or LMP. In this segment, we will talk about My Matters. When you log into LMP, keep in mind that if you had two-factor authentication enabled here, after your credentials are entered, you would be prompted for the two-factor authentication code for added security. Highly recommend that option. When you get into My Matters, there are two places to interact with them. In the admin console, which is, think of that as where you would edit the characteristics of the matter. Active, inactive, you can add new matters, you would import and export data for the matter. Let's jump into our sample matter for the general warranty deed. You see the details. You can change that matter to active or inactive. You can also assign other users in your office. So let's say that you have an employee named Mary Doe. You can add her to the case, in which case she would be authorized to interact with that matter and work on it. As simple as that. We also have a robust conflicts checking logic in LMP where it automatically checks to make sure there are no conflicts with other clients or matters. You can edit the questionnaire data through the admin console here. If a client miskeyed some information, this is where you would correct that, or you can add a missing data element. The other place that you access your matters would be through the My Matters menu selection. Here you simply go into the matter that you desire to work on, and the information you need on a day-to-day basis is here. You've got notes, you've got upcoming events, which would be non-milestone matters. You have your documents for that matter. So here, let's drill into the details. Here you can add an anchor date. An anchor date would be something that's, for example, an answer is due, a court date, a deposition is scheduled, or, as in this instance, a closing is scheduled. You can make notes when you complete the milestone. Perhaps it's something that is informative for you or your client, or it's just kind of a documentation of what you did while reviewing that step. You click the check mark and it takes you to the next step. The most recent incomplete, or the oldest incomplete step, is what will appear on your calendar in your workflow. So here, if you look in the anchor date, it tells you what it is. You can edit it if necessary. In this instance, it's a closing scheduled for August 30th at 1 o'clock. A note where it is, and everything like that. You can add matter ticklers. Let's say I want to look at this file every day or every couple of hours or whatever interval you want to specify to keep track of it. It'll show up in your workflow at that interval. Merge docs, this is where you would select any available merge docs to create. Here you can look at, it's read-only, the questionnaire data. Recall that you would edit this information if it were incorrect or incomplete through the admin console. And then the basic information regarding this matter, when it was opened and what have you. Notes, of course, the system keeps notes. You can add a note. Notice the Outlook add-in. We have an interface with Microsoft Outlook so that the system automatically interacts and pulls in data that is in your Microsoft Outlook inbox. But you can choose who's to be notified if a new note is added. Internal employees or the client. You can add attachments, both external attachments or available documents in the matter that pertain to the particular note. So if I put a test note, I could add, let's say, the title insurance policy as a reference point and make a note that I want to point out to the client that there's an unreleased prior deed of trust as an example there. But you can kind of see how that functionality would work. If I want the client to see it, I simply select Client Can See, and the client, when they log in through the client portal, will see that new note, my comments, and be informed I'm discharging my duty to communicate with the client. So the note history for the file is here. I can set events, for example, the closing we saw, and then documents. You keep all of your file documents in there, of course, which pertain to the matter. You just upload them, and all your stuff you need to work on this matter is right there. You would set these document categories through the admin console, the miscellaneous app settings. If you're adding a document, you can choose visible to the client or not. Over here we have the notification tray with matter tickler, general warranty deed, current milestone is draft the deed, and there you have it, pretty straightforward. So just to recap, these are a few of the many powerful features in the My Matters portion of LMP. Keep in mind that there are 2 points to access it. One is through the admin console. Think of that as where you would add or edit, import and export relative to your matters. Same with the questionnaire. If your client provided data elements through the questionnaire, here in the admin console you can edit those matters. And then, as you can see there, the interface through the My Matters tab on the main menu has so much power. These are just the few things, a few of the things that I consider most powerful and that save me a lot of time, staff time, money, and allow me to be the most productive in using LMP.
If you like what you saw during this segment, please follow these simple instructions to start your free trial. Thank you for considering Legal Matterpoint.